All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact strategy that this channel uses to make $500,000 a month every single month completely passively. And the crazy thing is that they don't show their face when they create their videos. They actually don't create the videos themselves as well. And they don't even think of the topics. So the reason I know this is because I actually run multiple YouTube automation channels myself. These are teams that I've hired to create the content. So I never have to show my face in front of the camera. I don't have to script anything, edit anything, and I just cash out from all the views. And also in some cases, the sponsorships and affiliate deals that we also pull out from the side. So guys, I definitely know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to be breaking down in this video specifically the strategies, the methodologies. I'm going to break down the exact formula that they have used to create a $500,000 a month channel. I have it all written down here for you guys. I'm going to give it all to you step by step with actionable steps and insights on how they do it, breaking apart their scripts, their topics, their thumbnails, the topic ideation. Every single component is broken down in the most granular detail for you guys, so you can take away from this video the exact step-by-step roadmap to reach 10K a month with YouTube automation. I basically guarantee it. If you follow all these steps, I reassure you that you're going to be able to make money with this business model because I'm breaking it all down for you. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's start off by uncovering what this channel actually is. So this is a channel called Courtroom Consequences, okay? They came out a while ago and they've been creating videos for the past year. So I'm going to break down their channel here for you. 1 year ago, they actually started their channel and they've been posting. They have about 691 videos and almost 1 million subscribers amassed in the first year, which is absolutely phenomenal. If you go to most popular, you can see some really crazy videos they've gotten: 17 million, 15 million, 9.7, 5.2, 4.6, 3.9, and so on and so forth. They've also done a total of 548 million views since they started, which is absolutely astronomical. So let's go ahead and talk about how you actually make money with YouTube, how the whole system works, and how much money they actually made. I'm going to show you guys, break it all down for you. So before we actually do, I want to break down a couple metrics. You cannot actually earn money with YouTube until you're officially monetized, until you're approved for the partner program. So there's a few metrics I want you guys to pay attention to. Number one is you cannot actually make money until you reach your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Once you hit those requirements, you actually get approved, and now you start getting paid on all those views. And YouTube pays you for every 1,000 views. We'll get into that in a second. But there's two metrics I need you to understand. It's CPM and RPM. So cost per mil and revenue per mil. So cost per mil is the entire amount that YouTube gets paid for the ads that are played on your videos. Now, RPM is the split after they pay you. So this is how much you get. So the only metric that actually matters when you're trying to analyze your data is the RPM. That's what you take home, which is actually 55% of the revenue goes to you, and they only keep 45% to themselves. So now you're subscribed or you're monetized, you start making money. Fantastic. Let's talk about how much this channel specifically made. All right. So last month they did 64 million views. 64 million views. And the month before that was 85 million views because they had a 33% decline in the last month, which is a big decline, but also relative to how many views they've gotten, it's still an insane amount. Let's break that down, all right? So 64 million views, you divide that by 1,000 because like I said, you get paid for every 1,000 views that comes on your channel, all right? We have 64,000. Now, the average RPM, remember this is the split afterwards, is about $5 to $7 for this niche. So every single 1,000 views that comes in, you get paid $5 or about $7. Now, so this takes 64,000, which is the total amount divided by 1,000, times $5 to $7. You get $320,000 to $448,000 USD. All right. Let's go ahead and try 85 million because that was last month. Divided by 1,000, you get 85,000. Times $5 to $7, you get 425,000 to 595,000 USD. This is not a joke, guys. This is not my theory of what it could be. I honestly know that this channel is making between $400,000 to $500,000 a month every single month. Now, let's break it down a little bit further. $500,000 a month times 12 months is $6 million a year. This channel is making $6 million a year every single year, and the owner doesn't show his face. He does not create the videos himself. And like I said, he doesn't even come up with the topics. He has a content ideation team that comes in and chooses the topics for him. He has a quality control team that watches the videos for him so he doesn't have to do the work. He just built a system because he understood what it takes to actually automate this business because it's very autonomous, right? You can create this business to a point where you can basically take your hands completely off. Of course, it takes a lot of work and a lot of systems and testing and implementation to get to that point. But if you knew there was a business with a system that could lead to that outcome, would you take action on that? I mean, this is why I'm in this business. I've tried 5 different businesses prior to YouTube automation. Every single one claimed to be passive, claimed to be profitable. This is by far the most profitable business and the most passive business that I've ever done in my life. So if you want to sell this business now, because by the way, investors are looking at YouTube channels and they're like, why the hell are we investing in real estate when we could just buy YouTube channels? Yeah, these things are completely passive when they're set up properly and they're super profitable. We're talking 80 to 90% margins on the average profitable channel. So This is insane business that you can sell once you build. And to sell this specific channel, it would make you between $12 to $18 million. That's literally the going rate. It's going for 2 to 3 years of annual revenue. That's how much these channels sell for because they're so lucrative. So that's just some insight on this channel specifically, but I want to go into some more granular details to basically break down for you guys. First of all, what is the criteria for a good niche? So now you guys are interested in getting into YouTube automation. I'm going to break down what is a good niche, like what actually makes a good niche. All right, so I'll break this down for you guys very, very simply. Number one, the audience that you're working with should be massive. You want to work with an audience that's absolutely huge because the more the audience pool is, the bigger the audience pool is, the more potential views you're going to be getting. And also the quicker you're going to get data and feedback. You need data and feedback to be able to make data-driven decisions and actually calculate what kind of improvements need to be made. If you don't get data, it's very difficult to grow. So you want to be in an audience that's massive. Another thing is that you want there to be a lot of popularity and obsession, right? So you can go here and check out the Google Trends map, and you can see there's a lot of popularity for courtroom stuff, right? So you can literally see courtroom drama worldwide. It's super active, right? Super active. You can see the consistency over the past 12 months. It's there, right? So obsession is another thing too. I mean, in this niche, people are obsessed with, the outcomes, what's happening. People follow the trials. You want to get into a niche where you have popularity and obsession. Content availability. You want to make sure that where you're creating the niche that you're in, there's enough content being created on a daily basis or weekly basis that you can continue to grab because we're using and leveraging other people's content to create our own and making it transformative. So you want to make sure that there's always content availability. And then ease of entry. Is it simpler to get into, or is it something that's extremely complex that takes a lot of research and a lot of fine tuning and there's a lot of loops you have to get into? You don't want to go into a niche that has all that stuff. All right. Breakdown of this specific niche. So now we know the criteria of what it should look like, what you should do. Let's break down this specific niche and see if this is actually a good niche to begin with. All right. So number one, large and growing audience. All right. You want to have this, and this niche has that. It's a passionate audience, right? They love watching this stuff. They come back for it. The tenure of a niche, this has been around for a very long time. I mean, the courtroom videos go back to like the 70s and they're happening today and they're going to happen for the next hundreds of years. Evergreen, meaning it's been around for a while and it's going to be around for a long time, but it's a topic that doesn't actually die out. This is not a trending topic. It's not something that's interesting today and not interesting tomorrow. It's always going to be relevant and of interest forever. It also brings out strong emotions, curiosity, confusion, all these different things. The more emotion you can bring out of somebody when they're watching a video, the better, or even before they click the video. Clickbaity topics, right? You can actually use clickbait to create videos that are really compelling to people. This is all clickbait. I mean, these are AI images. They're insane screenshots with this insane emotion. I mean, you can even see some stuff here where they've done some really out of box stuff, which I wouldn't recommend, but putting like KKK stuff and this and that. Obviously, this didn't happen, but they use clickbait to just compel the people to want to click on the videos and watch. It's absolutely genius. Drama, this really ties into everything else. Unlimited content, right? This really goes into the idea of having a niche that has content availability. This thing has unlimited content potential, right? And then entertaining. It's an absolutely entertaining niche. I mean, you're either making videos on YouTube to entertain, to educate, or to motivate. And this is an entertainment niche. All right. So that's my feedback on, is this a good niche? So I think absolutely it is. So I'm actually going to show you an example of one of my students, Addy. He actually picked a phenomenal niche. So he actually got into celebrity and he was able to catch some trends. So January, he did 1,100, February, 1,600, March, 2,900, and then jumped up to $29,000 in the first month of April there. And then May, 34,000. And this is the first week of June and ongoing. All right. This channel is absolutely going crazy. You can see here the messages. I did 20K in 8 days. He started scaling up his production, $60,000 in 2 months. This is the power of YouTube. So guys, he didn't create any videos himself. He didn't do anything. He has a team that he delegates the entire project to. And this also the key of picking the right niche. If you're in the wrong niche, you could be doing the same effort he did, the same everything. It's not going to convert. So it really is extremely crucial to pick the right niche. Guys, the next thing I want to go into is topic ideation. How do you actually find these topics? Is such an important thing because you could have the best video in the world. If you have the wrong topic, it's not going to convert. No one's going to want to watch it. So it's super important to understand this. So the first step I want to go over is topic saturation. You have to make sure that the topic you're looking at is not too saturated, right? Search for it first and refine by month and see if there's too many topics or also not enough. If no one is posting, this might mean there's not enough demand. And if there's too much demand, then they might be too saturated. So this is a really fine balance you guys need to understand. Find or take the topics and cross-reference them on YouTube. So take the topic or the title that you're going to create, put it in the search bar, paste it, and then search and refine by month. So the videos that have been posted in the last month. And if you see like 500 videos of the same topic, don't make another one. Don't post another one. But if you only see like 1 or 2, then that's also not good as well, because you want to make sure there's enough competition where people are actually actively searching for these videos. You don't want to be the first person to try and enter something and permeate something, because if you're first to something and you think something hasn't been done before, it probably hasn't, it probably failed. That's just how YouTube works. So a lot of people ask, what is this, too many people on YouTube, this and that? There's never going to be too many people, guys. There's about like 4.7 active billion users on YouTube, and only 2% of those are content creators, and the rest are watchers, are viewers. They're on the sidelines watching. Well, everyone else, the 2%, are the ones creating the content and cashing out on this opportunity. There's such an open sea of opportunity with YouTube automation, specifically because out of that 2%, 80% of those are personality channels. So 80% of the 2% is personality, people showing their face on camera. The rest are faceless channels. This opportunity is better than it's ever been before. The content demand is so high, and the supply is actually very, very low. People think it's oversaturated. People think it's too late. It hasn't even started. It literally has not even started. Guys, next thing I want to talk about is finding reference channels. Super important as well is to, when you're looking for channels for influence, for reference, you want to find channels that have low subscribers and high view counts. If you try and find channels that have 1 million subscribers, and then you look at their videos and you try and copy all their videos, it's not going to work for you, because those videos are performing because of the fact that they have an established channel. They have a huge following that's going to watch their videos no matter what they post. So it's really important to find channels that have low subscribers and high view counts, because if they have high views, a very disproportionate amount of views versus how many subscribers they have, then that's a good indication, it's a very good indication that that video is a phenomenal video and it went viral because the algorithm dictated and determined that it's a good topic and it's packaged properly and it's just a good video overall. That's a video you want to emulate. That's a video you want to copy, all right? The next thing I'm going to teach you guys, this is absolute sauce. I've taken this straight out of my program. How I teach this to my students is the dummy account method. This is literally the most overpowered way to find the best topics in your niche. So first step, you guys need to create a new Gmail account and then create a fresh YouTube account with that Gmail. Then take a video, find a video, maybe take a video from this channel, copy the link, okay? Take a link from a video that you want to emulate, copy the link and then paste it into your new account on the new browser. So open a new browser, open that new account, and then watch the video through. Do not search this video, by the way. You must paste the link into the browser. Paste it, watch it, engage with it. Watch it through, engage as you normally would, like, comment, subscribe, all the normal stuff that a regular human being would do. Then head to the suggestions. So when you watch a video, there's suggestions on the side. Go to the suggestions and scroll through and find more videos that are just like this one, all right? And then what you want to do is right-click, open a new tab, and watch more videos. Watch them. Do this for like 20 to 30 minutes. Let's just say 30 here. Watch it for 20 to 30 minutes, and then continue to engage with them just like the other one. What you're doing here is you're training the algorithm to understand that these are the kind of videos that you want to watch, right? The algorithm is designed to take your behaviors and your actions and optimize the algorithm to give you more of that. They're not going to actually show you people you're subscribed to. They're going to show you more of what you already watch. And we want to train this account because right now your other account is full of other stuff that you watched over the past however many years. You want to give it a fresh plate to just understand what you want. So the feed is going to now show you tons of relevant viral videos that you can copy. And the beautiful part is that most of these videos are going to show you are going to come from low subscriber, high view count channels. Because if you want to find viral videos, it's easy. Just type in the niche, you're going to find tons of videos that are viral, but they're all going to come from channels that have like 500,000, 1 million subscribers. You don't want those. You want the low subscriber, high view count videos. And these are the ones that the algorithm is actually going to bring you. It's absolutely genius. Like, this is the sauce. This is how all my students find the best videos to copy. So hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Let's keep going into the editing process. So I want to break down the exact editing process of what makes this channel go absolutely viral with literally every single video they post. Like, look at this. This video was posted 4 weeks ago, 1.2 million views, 1 month ago, 1.6. Like, these stats are absolutely mental. Now let's break down the exact editing process. So for the intro, the channel is consistently starting their videos by previewing the most outrageous and emotionally stimulating scenes from the video. Usually shows 2 to 3 quick scenes and then starts the video. There's usually also a tense buildup of music and sound effects whenever possible to add to the tension of the scenes. They also do a very quick intro that they play after the scenes, like the 2 or 3 scenes. I don't honestly recommend this. So if you guys are planning on adding an introduction to your videos, like an animated thing with your logo, just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's a waste of time. It distracts the viewer. In this specific channel, there's actually no voiceover for the intro. It's just the scenes that are designed to build up the curiosity. All right, just so you guys know. Moving into the body. The editor does a great job at visually captivating the audience by blurring out specific sections, so teasing them till later. And this is done in a collaborative way with the script, of course. Now, also, another thing they do is they show screenshots of text, documents, proof, and then they animate the highlight. And then they also continue to tense music throughout the video. And this is what I mean by the animated highlight. they show like this, the source material, and then they just animate it with a highlight as the person's talking. This is a really cool way to just keep the viewer engaged. It's just a very simple animation that just brings the overall quality of production a lot higher. And for the outro, so the editor ends the video quickly and abruptly, but make sure to give a 1-sentence CTA, a call to action, to prompt the viewer to watch the next video. There's also strong uses of pattern interrupts that are used to captivate the viewer. So text on screen, blurs, moving elements, sound effects, they all play a part in the engagement, all right? And another thing that's very important is that the voiceover is very suiting for the niche. So the voiceover that they choose for this channel is absolutely perfect, right? So the wrong voiceover can actually kill the retention if the voice doesn't suit the niche of the style of the video. So in this one, it's a low, mature voice, which is perfect for the niche. Also, the quality of this editing is perfect. It's not over-edited. It's actually great for relative beginners, and it's tasteful and clean. So if you guys want to get into this, the barrier of entry is really quite low in a sense, because you can definitely find a lot of team members, a lot of editors who can do this style of content and do really well with it. All right. So I'm going to share an example of one of my students who actually crushed it with the content creation. Not only did he do so well with the content itself, he's in a niche that, talks about Amazon products, but he built systems and created SOPs and standards where this entire channel is completely automated. He says he's about to start a shorts channel. But what he's done with his channel is that he literally only works 1 hour a week. He has a quality control team and a project manager who basically does all the work. They communicate with the team. They send the files back and forth. They do the revisions. The quality control person watches it at the end to make sure there's nothing wrong. And if there is, they send it back for revisions. Project manager will post his videos for him. He'll manage the comments. The entire business is completely automated. He told me he doesn't work more than 1 hour a week, and he makes $5,500 a month. Now, this is in collaboration with his other job. He's a CFO at a big company, and he's a family with 3 kids. He's a very busy guy. Okay, so this guy does not have time to be doing this kind of stuff, but he found time. So he moved some things around. He prioritized this business because he understood potential was very high. So he obviously prioritized his time and took more time up front to build out the systems, because of course it takes time to build these things out. He built them out, automated the entire thing, and now he's completely passive, completely off board. So he doesn't touch anything. He doesn't even come up with the topics, really. He has a team that helps him with that. 1 hour a week, guys, to make $5,500 a month. And the profit margins are absolutely mental. He's at like 89, 87%, I think he said, profit margin. Absolutely freaking mental, guys. Let's move on to the next one, which is the scripting process. All right. So I'm going to break down exactly the scripting process that makes this channel blow up and get millions and millions of views. So I broke down the script. I should download the scripts. I'm going to break down just specific things that I noticed that they've done that have made their videos go viral. So this is the intro script there with the 2 to 3 scenes. And then it's like here, this is J.Lo Smith Riley, who's facing charges for murder in Michigan. Riley Smith was involved in an armed robbery. So as you can see here, they got straight into the meat of the video. So it's not like, hey, this is the channel. It's what we're going to be doing. Welcome to the video. We're going to be talking about this. None of that stuff, guys. It's so important to just get straight into the meat of the video. All right. Something like here, it's like helping us get through the hard times. And as if Smith Riley's crime wasn't outrageous enough, his reaction to the sentence was even more dramatic during the trial of August 11, 2021. Smith Riley pleaded guilty to aggravated murder and attempted murder. However, he later decided to withdraw his guilty plea against the advice of his attorneys, as well as beginning this and that. So the point here is unsuspected turn of events, which is a pattern interrupts and re-engagement. So by this time, you get to this point in the script, you may have already started to nod your head and nod off and go to sleep. So something like this, always adding pattern interrupts and re-engagement hooks are so important, because something is, things are already getting kind of like normal and expected, and then you add something unpredicted and it automatically shoots back up the retention and gets people get the attention up right again. So the last thing here is receiving a sentence. Smith Riley also received an additional sentence of 11 years for a related attempted murder charge. However bad do you think Smith Riley's case was, he can't be compared to the infamous case of TJ Lane. This is TJ Lane, who's facing charges for multiple murders in Ohio. TJ, he was convicted American murder who gained notoriety after committing horrific crime at high school, whatever. Perfect transition to the next scene, guys, leveraging past scene and aligning it smoothly with the next. So when they're going from scene to scene to scene, they're not just like, okay, and next scene. And then this person had this, but it's like, if you think that this person's bad for XYZ, you'll want to watch this because this person really blows it out of the water. Gangster. Like absolutely perfect what they've done. This seamless transitions. They really think about the psychology of how they can approach transitioning from scene to scene to scene. So that's one thing I want to mention here is basically just the simple things that they do. They follow the structure and they have a structure in place. So they have a standard operating, they call SOPs, the standard operating procedures, which are basically standards that they have for their teams. Their script writers are using the same standards and they're using that for every single video. It's the same thing you can watch in every single video. It's the same theme, same format. All right. So a student that did that really, really well for me was a student who did this in the documentary niche for cars. So he created a car documentary and he got 1 million views in his first month. And not only did he get 1 million views in his first month, this was his first video he ever posted. Okay, his first video, 1 million views. All right. And another student is in the niche that kind of talks about personality types. And you could see here from the way that he scripted his video, both these students, the way they scripted their videos, because scripting is basically the formats, the backbone and the skeleton of the video. It's what holds people together and what gets people to watch from second 1 to second 10 to second 100 and so on and so forth. And this video as well, this student does a fantastic job at incredible storytelling to the point where he has videos that he posted years ago that people are still engaging with today. They're leaving comments and likes, but the thing is that they have incredible engagement. And if you read all these, they all say, thank you for the video. The format was incredible. And it just, if you have videos that are converting really well, they're created really, really well with really strong attention to detail and intention behind the words of everything you say, you're going to get incredible reactions. Number one, from the audience, but number two, from YouTube, and they're going to reward you very, very well. All right. So the next step I want to go over is thumbnails, right? So I'm going to showcase some of the thumbnails they've done. They're absolutely mental, like phenomenal. So they do some great stuff. A lot of psychological triggers are pulled here. Some AI images are thrown in. Everything is manipulated to the point where it's just trying to show the most extreme peak, emotion as possible, or controversy, whatever it is, right? So thumbnail analysis, this is my breakdown. So formula, the owner finds clips of extreme emotion and showcase them directly on the thumbnail. They leverage a split screen style thumbnail, which is able to showcase more of the footage so the viewer can see it if they would have clicked. Why this actually works. Number one, it builds intrigue, right? So everyone who sees this thumbnail is immediately interested and able to draw different conclusions or impressions. High emotion is another one. Instead of just using a person who's in court appearing sad, they actually use screenshots of someone expressing extreme emotion of anger or insanity, which piques much more interest or curiosity, right? So how can you guys use this thumbnail strategy for yourself? Well, the number one thing you guys can do is take the split screen strategy. This is actually mental. It works so well, and it works well to either showcase more of a specific scene or just to build up more interest. And it can also be used as before and after fashion to basically give contrast of what the outcome could potentially be. The second thing is utilizing extreme emotion whenever possible. So people are attracted to people and emotion. The more you show in your thumbnail, the more it will actually pique your audience's interest to click. And also, most of the thumbnails they create are done with AI. So I'm literally going to show you and actually give you a strategy to create thumbnails just like this with a couple clicks, like literally some drag and drop and some clicks. And you can create thumbnails just like this without any experience, without any work. I literally built out a custom bot that does this for you in a couple clicks. So you can generate images just like this. I'm going to show you an example here. I literally took a thumbnail from their videos and I screenshot it and pasted it here. All I did was paste it, all right? What it did immediately is that it's already prompted. It has some prompt engineering done into it. And what it's going to do first, it's going to break down the thumbnail. It's going to say the emotion and controversy, the character focus, the background and context, the lighting and colors, chains and all the props, the things that it's going to analyze it and break it down and also give recommendations, right? It's going to say, hey, this is what it is, and here's how you can make some recommendations for improvement. Now, the crazy thing is, it's not only going to give you feedback, it's actually going to take all the feedback that it gave you and it's going to go ahead and create another image for you based on the reference image. And this is the first thing it did. I didn't say anything, literally nothing. Actually, it gave me a few messages here saying there's some swastikas and some things that are against, their terms of service. So they said, this is what we can do to make it, work and be within the TOS, the terms of service. Is that okay with you? And I said, yeah, please proceed and make those adjustments. This is what I got first. And I said, okay, make him look a little more crazy and intimidating. Cool. Then I said, keep going. And I got this. So obviously this is not what the original photo is, but this is actually a phenomenal photo. It's very high quality, very hyper realistic. And you could just keep going. You just keep giving it more prompts and changing it and just getting it all the way down to the point where you get something exactly like you imagine. But all I did was upload a thumbnail and it did all the work for me. So I'm going to give you guys this bot for free. I'm going to leave a link in the description. You guys can use it and reference it and play with it as much as you want. It's such a great tool because thumbnails are actually very difficult to do in this niche if you try and hire somebody or do it yourself. So with this bot, it actually saves you guys a ton of money and a ton of time. So let's go back to the video. I'm going to actually show another example here of how a student was able to use a very high converting thumbnail to get insane amount of return. So this is the thumbnail that he used for an animal attack channel. This is the result he got, all right? This is literally in 4 months. So he posted the video and 4 months later made $15,000, all right? Absolutely mental, guys. Absolutely mental. He cashed out so fucking hard on this video. All right, so now guys, we've basically broken down all the main elements of the channel. So I'm going to give you guys my overview of the niche and the channel itself and my takeaways and thoughts. All right, so let's start off with this niche. basically, I give it a 9 out of 10. I absolutely think it's such a phenomenal niche. There's so much trajectory with this. There's so much potential. All the things just check off the boxes one after another. There's an ease of entry, unlimited content ideation, new and old. It allows for AI. You can actually use our ChatGPT plugin to create thumbnails within seconds. You can compile lots of scenes together and create longer videos. This is another strategy that they do as well. You can see here they have some longer videos, 48 minutes, an hour 27, an hour 18. So they just take more and more and more scenes and put them together to create a longer video. And they do this because YouTube loves watch time. So the longer your video is and the better the retention is, the more money it's going to make, right? And the more longer the video is, the more ads you can throw in there and the more money you make, right? Can compile. So there's lots of demand for the videos, not a crazy amount of competition. And also, guys, remember, competition is good. This is actually the crazy thing about YouTube. You need competition. If no one is getting views in your niche, then you're not actually going to be able to leverage the suggested. So if there's videos in your niche that are not getting 1 million, 10 million views, then you'll never get recommended under these viral videos. And if you get recommended under a video that gets 10 million views, you get 10 million impressions. These are 10 million potential views. So if your niche is just not getting crazy activity, there's not a lot of people in it or going viral, that's a bad sign. It's going to be very difficult for you to grow and penetrate that niche. So you actually need to have competition. It's very, very good for YouTube. Niche overall has an amazing longevity factor because it's been around for a while and this is super evergreen, but also you can tap into trending, right? So there's also crazy cases that are happening right now that are very popular. They're on the news. You can also tap into those and leverage and trend jack what's happening right now. Just another thing. Content cost, very, very important. So the range between these videos is between $75 to $100 for an entire video. Scriptwriter, voiceover, video editor, thumbnail. And the breakdown of that, just so you guys know, scriptwriter is between $20 to $30, video editor is between $20 to $30, voiceover is between $10 to $15, or you can actually utilize AI. And thumbnails is the same thing, $10, $15. You can also utilize AI to create the videos. Now, guys, if you actually want to learn how to come up with put together the teams, I also have here a recommendation. I do recommend you either go to Fiverr or Upwork, and the team consists of a scriptwriter, a voiceover artist, a video editor, and a thumbnail designer. It's very, very simple. You can go to the platforms, just search up YouTube scriptwriter, YouTube thumbnail, YouTube all these things, and you'll find an abundance of freelancers who are willing to work with you to create these videos instantly. So the last thing I want to show you is the AI voice generator. So instead of you going out and hiring a voiceover artist, which you absolutely can do, if you can find one that's reasonably priced, that's fine. But if you don't want to, you can actually leverage AI voiceovers because they're phenomenal. Like, honestly, I'm going to be very honest. They're so hyper realistic these days. And it's just so convenient because you could just put in a script and within seconds you have it back instead of sending it to somebody, waiting for it back, maybe making changes. Potentially there's delays that cause you to, hold back production. With this, it's very instant. So I'm going to just take a segment of the script and just play one of the voiceovers that I found that could actually be suitable for the niche, and you'll see exactly how great it is.
This is Jaleel Smith Riley, who is facing charges for murder in Michigan. Smith Riley was involved in an armed robbery.
So obviously, this is a raw. So you can add different emphases, you can change it, you can make it quicker, you can get rid of the gaps and the pauses, all that kind of stuff. And it's super, super cheap. I think it's like $15-20 a month for this, and you can make so many different voiceovers with such a low amount of investment into the voiceovers. So guys, that encompasses the entire video. Now, if you guys don't want to do this on your own, if you do want to have someone with you in the trenches and supporting you with every single step of the way and guiding you and giving you all the feedback and revisions and having that step-by-step one-on-one engagement, then we do offer one-on-one mentorship and coaching. So if you guys want to actually get all of my systems, a roadmap, all the tricks and tips that I have created and amassed over the few years that I've been doing YouTube automation, then you can join my program. You can hop on a call with my team and see if you qualify, because I'm going to be very honest, we do not take every single person. We actually only take a few people a month. And we do this because we want to be as intimate and selective with the people that we work with. Otherwise, we're actually not going to be able to provide the success, and we're not going to maintain the level of success that we have. Right now, we have a fantastic success rate. We're able to get people making a minimum of $5,000 in the first 6 months of working with us, which is an absolutely mental return, and we should guarantee that on the back end. So because we have a guarantee, because we have such high expectations, we can't work with every single person in the world. So if you're interested at all, I'll leave a link under this video. You can book a call with my team and see if you qualify. If you do, fantastic. I'm happy to see you guys on the other side. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys on the next one.